Hi, I am Dr. R. Mahalakshmi, working as Assistant Professor of Commerce Computer Applications in VV Vanniyaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar. In this video, we discuss about interview skills. So, some of the tips while we can follow during interview, before interview and after interview. So, this is one of the most important skills we must have to get a good career or job opportunities. First, we are going to see what is interview. It is a conversation where the questions are asked and answers are given. It is one-to-one conversation with one person acting in the role of the interviewer and the other in the role of the interviewee. There is the candidate. So, interviews usually involve a transfer of information from interviewee to interviewer. It is take place face to face and in person, although modern communication technologies like video conferencing and telephone interviews can happen without visual contact. Stages of interview. So, while before going to an interview, we must follow what are the tips. So that can be divided into 3: before interview, actual interview, and after interview. Before interview, build a positive mindset. So, as the candidate prepare the questions that may be asked, put himself in a positive mental frame about the interview and even more for accepting and excelling in the job. Second one, meet successful candidates. So, if we are going to real interview, we must meet successful candidates that will help them to imbibe our knowledge. Then, confidence through mock interview. So, appear for mock interview that will help them to make a good interview experience. Then, the actual interview would appear a familiar experience. Study the resume. Be prepared to face question on one's background and to explain gaps, if any, in educational career and employment. Revise the subject knowledge, especially when this knowledge is relevant to the post applied for. Fifth one, learn about the company. So, it is the prerequisite requirement for all the candidate. For apply the job, they must know about the details of the company. So, try to learn about the company where the candidate is appearing for an interview, its products, reputation, working condition, policies, recent advances, main position holders, etc. Sixth one, details about the existing organization. So, if the candidate is appearing for a promotion interview, this is all the more necessary. So, for some reason, the interviewer expected to know about departments other than the interview own. So, the interviewer must ask questions anything about the existing organization or only the familiar for interview only. Then, seventh one, pressure general knowledge. General knowledge is a common subject during an interview. Revise it, study the news headlines and editorials regularly as the interview gets nearer. 8th one, find out the interview location. If the candidate is in a new town for the interview, it is good to know the place of interview, the means for reaching there, etc. He should take care to reach the place well in time and be without any time pressure on him at the time of interview. Then prepare the dress, etc. So, dress code is the most important thing while appearing on interview. So, the candidate has to plan what dress he would wear for his interview. His appearance may be judged from top to toes, haircut, shaving makeup, down to shoes or sandals. Then last, go blessed. Most people find it helpful to seek hard and eldest blessings for an interview. So, next we are going to see, keep the testimonials ready. So, carry the originals in a presentable file if the candidate has developed any new since the application. Example, a publication can be take for the meet with prospective manager. Next we see what are the tips we have to follow during the interview. So we can listen non-verbal communication too. So during interview, the standing personality, dress, the way one walks, carry the file and smile, all these make the first impression. Greetings cheerfully. In most cases, even the interviewers are a little bit nervous when facing a new candidate. Start the lead by greeting in a cheerful, confident manner, looking the interviewer's eyes. Third, await permission to sit down. So in most cases, the interviewers offer a chair within a few minutes of entry. Await for the offer, otherwise may take a seat, please. Fourth, sit at ease but be alert. Sit in an easy, relaxed manner, keeping the posture smart. Be ready to listen and take in the non-verbal communications coming from the interview board. Fifth, answer briefly and to point. So in mostly we must answer the question in briefly and to the point only. So not elaborately, take much more time. Then sixth one, get the questions clarified. So if the candidate is not able to understand the questions properly, they may request the interview panel to repeat it. 7. Avoid nervous movements. Keep the hand in the lap. Don't lean on the table. Don't joggle the toes, fiddle with tie, or cover the face with hands. Then don't shift the seat. 8. Be truthful. Avoid bluffing to interview board. Tell what is sure. Sometimes one may be encouraged to guess, but guess on the safe side. So every information that must be told by the candidate to the interviewer, there must be only a truthful information, not any false. Stay positive in all conditions. Whether the interview is a long one or a short one, the candidate have to hold the positive mental frame throughout the interview. It is the most important thing that must have followed by the candidate during the interview. Then use pen and paper where necessary. To explain certain things, one may need pen and paper. So use them with skill and steady hands. Then 11. Keep the questions ready. So one may have his questions about the working conditions, salary, etc. and visualize the position as an employee. So keep these questions ready and ask them when the opportunity presents itself. However, do not pressure one is selected. So if there is any chance given to the candidate to ask any questions, that must be asked by the candidate to the interviewer. Then 12. Make a graceful exit. Whatever the kind of interview the candidate have had, exit is one more chance to impress the board. So thank the board members from the cart and exit as one come, measuring every step of the way with dignity. After interview, so after the face-to-face interview is over, the candidate must follow up. So there may be a follow-up after the interview. Then sometimes to send some project report, etc. If there is any report or any document that must be required by the interview panel, the candidate must send that document within a period. They must assure the interview panel. So the candidate promised to send something to the interview board, send it in time, a copy of the project report, summing up of the interview, etc. That's all. Hope you understand how we can prepare for interview before, during, then after. Thank you.